Hey guys, it's Kevin. Welcome back to another beer review from the Hopcast. And today we are reviewing another Treehouse beer. This is Jjjuliusss. Jjjuliusss. I keep screwing that up. I don't know why. This is the super hopped version of the normal Julius. That Treehouse, basically it's their staple beer. It's their flagship beer, what most people are familiar with. And this was first released, I think, back in 2016. And it's been released periodically off and on ever since. And I think now it's pretty regular, honestly. I think they had a batch in like January, and then they had another batch. It doesn't say what date this is canned, which is kind of bizarre. Normally, Treehouse, they print something on the bottom of their can, which says something funny with actual canning date, but nothing on this one. Although I do know it's from the most recent batch that they did. So, Julius on its own is one of my favorite beers ever. It's very easily drinkable. It's got Citra Galaxy hop combination, dry hop combination, which is, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. And this is essentially the same beer, only a supercharged version of it. So way more hops in this one. I don't know how much more hops, but I know that there are a lot more hops in this than the normal Julius beer. And of course my fan turns on as I'm trying to record, like it always does without fail. It seems like every time I try to record something that turns on. I don't know, I can't explain it. But I'm trying to look. Am I recording in 60 frames per second or 24? It's really hard to tell. I think it's 60. I don't know. My camera defaults to 24 frames per second, so sometimes if I don't click it and change it, it'll be all screwed up. Anyway, on with the review, shall we? I've been reviewing a lot of Treehouse stuff. I have a buddy that sends me stuff periodically. Oh man, I have had this beer before, but I'm really looking forward to this. Pours out into the glass, more yellow than orange, nice and murky, and honestly, this just smells straight up, like even more than the normal Julius, this just smells straight up like orange juice. I can't even describe it. It's, the taste on this thing is freaking, or not the taste, but the smell on this thing is freaking gnarly. Yeah, straight orange juice out of the can. Other beers that use this hop combo, though not New England style or hazy IPAs per se, but similar smell, is I think Ninja versus Unicorn from Pipeworks. Although I don't want to shame this beer because this beer is way better than that one. Sorry, Pipeworks, but it's just facts. But Citra and Galaxy has this very recognizable hop smell, the combination of the two together. And it's just like dank, almost like mango orange juice. And oh my gosh, I can smell it better out of the can than I can in the glass. Maybe I should do a video on whether or not you need a specific beer glass to appreciate a beer. I think that'd be kind of a cool video to do. Oh yeah, that's money right there. Citra Galaxy, absolute explosion. Mango puree, orange juice combination, pineapple. I get some pineapple in there. Citra and Galaxy together really have some good pineapple notes that come out. Straight fruit, concentrate fruit puree. Basically just, okay, now I'm getting it from the glass now that I swirled it around. It's a trick I learned from some other beer reviewers out here on YouTube. Although it makes sense. Man, that smell. It just takes me back to the first time I ever had Julius. Mouthfeel is pillowy. This just takes me back. Every time I have a can of Julius or Jjjuliusss, I said it right that time. Just really takes me back to the very first time I ever had Julius. I still remember. It's like 2015 or 16. Can't remember exactly when, but I'd never had an IPA like that in my entire life, and just completely changed beer for me. And I jumped right online, and that's when I was really starting to get into home brewing. I did home brewing back as early as 2012, but 2016 timeframe I had moved and bought a house and really had a space to do home brewing. And ever since I had a New England IPA for the first time, like a true New England IPA, the likes of Julius, I was taken aback. I'm like, I need to make something that tastes like this. This thing is freaking awesome. Some other ones in the area I was in, Hubbard's Cave, the V Fresh or whatever series that they have. I had some of those, though not as good as Treehouse, in my opinion. Phenomenal. Really just got me into brewing all around. Oh, stellar beer. Stellar beer. What's the verdict? I would say that I would give this beer a solid 4.5 out of 5. One of my favorite Treehouse beers that they offer. I like to do a ranking. Maybe I should do that one day of the top 10 best Treehouse beers. That'd be kind of cool. Pillowy mouthfeel, very crushable beer. This would be a good beer if you're sitting on the beach, which is funny because Monson, Massachusetts, where they're from, is not a beach setting in the slightest. Beautiful location, but really just the vibes that this beer invokes is just completely different than the location that they're in. Nice on the beach at a nice resort. Maybe the next time I go to the Caribbean or something, I'll pack some Treehouse with me. Better than paying for $6 for a beer that's like 7 months old, that's been sitting on the shelf. It's got that shelfy, old oxidized IPA taste. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. But Citra and Galaxy, can't go wrong. The only other hop combo that I like more is probably Mosaic and Simcoe. Maybe. I don't know. It's open for debate. But very good beer. One of the best they make. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Hopcast. And remember to get all that social media stuff below. And thanks for watching again. I'll catch you later.